What a game. Richmond played Geelong at the MCG with a finals-esque atmosphere where the ramifications were huge. I think we all know how the game panned out, and to be honest, I'm fairly flat with the result. Before we get into the review, let me just say I couldn't be prouder of this group. They came back from 35 points down and put themselves in a position to win the game. If I had to lose the game, that's how I would have wanted it. Though we lost, I was very impressed with the brand of footy played, and I firmly believe that that is some of the best football I've seen from Richmond in a long time. All we can do is look to next week and play with that same intensity. Anyway guys, without further ado, let's review the game.
Soundstripe.
So the first thing I want to talk about is the Tom Stewart incident. First of all, I do not think that Tom Stewart meant to make contact with Prestia. However, it was terribly clumsy and a horrible bump that is just not acceptable in the AFL anymore. I also don't think it is fair that Geelong takes out Richmond's best player and then their best player in Stewart, who was voted best on ground by Matthew Lloyd, Damien Barrett. I don't think it's fair that their best player for the match is allowed to stay on the field for the entirety of the game. You think that if Prestia stayed on, we probably would have won. And look at it this way. Our best player is taken out, so why shouldn't Geelong's? I definitely think that a sin bin rule should be introduced to ensure fairness in these situations. I am confused why we decided to start to bring the intensity after a quarter and a half, and had we played the way we did in the later stages for longer, we easily could have won. I know there are momentum swings in footy, and things don't always go your way, so respect to Richmond for fighting back as hard as they did. Richmond's best players, in my opinion, were Jack Ross, Dylan Grimes, Nick Floston, and Toby Nankervis. I was super impressed with Jack Ross's senior performance. He didn't rack up the fantasy points or anything like that, but he got 25 disposals. I feel like he almost led the game in clearances, and I think he's ready for that senior spot in the side. I think that him, Cochin, Prestia, Pickett, I think that McIntosh, I think they're actually fairly underrated. And Dusty, mind you, I was pretty disappointed with Dusty's performance. I saw, a few things from him early on where he just couldn't execute his performance, but yeah, he still slotted that goal from the boundary, which kept us in it and pulled back the lead that Geelong had. So I think he's only going to get better with time. He's going to age like a fine wine, hopefully, and come finals, if we make it, which I hope we do, he should be primed. Yeah, look, Dylan Grimes is a superstar. I even thought Robbie Tarrant did well. He was playing on Hawkins for majority of the game, and Tom Hawkins didn't even kick a goal, I don't think. And that's all you can ask from Robbie Tarrant. But, Dylan Grimes is just a superstar. He can play on whoever you put him on, and he just knows where to go, how to get the footy back, how to rebound. He's just an amazing player, and I can see why he's the captain of a football team. Same goes with Nankervis. I mean, he was in the back line taking huge marks late, standing up in the crowd and taking massive marks that saved goals. And that's stuff that our captain should do. He also won the hit-out count considerably. I think that he's probably top 5 best ruckman in the league, which is we found he's a diamond in the rough. We found him on a Sydney side he was struggling hard to find a spot in that best 22. We picked him up, not for much, and he's become the captain of our football team. It's a great story. Anyway, so going into the game, yeah, we started off terribly. I was at the game and I wanted to go home at quarter time, not that I would, but we're playing uninspired football and we're being slaughtered out the middle. And around the second quarter, halfway through the second quarter, something changed. I think that Damien Hardwick played around with players and moved a few magnets around on the footy board and did something, because after that point we won the clearance battle. We won the clearances for the game, which is amazing to say because we were just getting dominated early and we never win clearances. 2 games in a row where we've won the clearance count. That's huge. Yeah, look, so when we were coming back, we had the momentum and we just missed a few opportunities. Shea Bolton going around, not taking his time and going around the corner, snapping and hitting the post. That would, you know, if you think, like, if he took 2 seconds or more, we could have won the game. Tom Lynch, same position, goes around and kicks a point. Had those two actually just executed, maybe we might have won. But you can't say if or but in football. It is what it is and we just got to look forward. So, another thing I can say is I was super impressed with Maurice Rioli and Hugo Ralphsmith and Judson Clark. Those 3. I mean, none of them had huge numbers, but Hugo Ralphsmith, he kicked 1 goal, which was a massive goal that put Richmond back in front. Judson Clark slots a late one, composed, great footballer that kid's going to be. And Maurice Rioli, same, with the 60,000 crowd giving him a hard time. Big moment. Sets back and kicks the goal. It just... I can't wait for this next generation of players. I just can't wait. If you look at Jack Ross, Hugo Ralphsmith, you've got Noah Cumberland kicking four goals with 16 disposals in the VFL. It's just, I think that we're going to have some good players. Don't you worry. This next phase is going to be one where I truly think we won't have to fully rebuild, but that might come back to bite me. It always does. Yeah, look, I don't think there was anything more that Richmond could have done to win the game. Geelong came back late and honestly, we, you know, call us chokers, but we put ourselves in a position to win. And from that far down, you can't discredit the team. And there's always momentum swings in football. Jack Henry, I mean, probably could have just gotten a fist in there, juggled it. But again, ifs and buts. I'm super happy with the performance. We've got West Coast next week. We're in a good spot. I mean, if you think about it, the 2 losses we've had in the last 10 or so weeks have been by under a goal. A goal or under, sorry. I'm excited for the future. I think that the Gold Coast game is going to be massive. It's at Metricon. They're playing great football, and I'm not going to underestimate the Suns. They beat us last year and I slept on them, but I think they're the real deal this year, and they can definitely take it up to us. Do we make the top 4 anymore? I don't think so. I think that was our opportunity. I think that it's going to be too hard from here. We basically just got to win every single game. And you know, if we lose 1 more game for the year, and I think you could also make top 4, but I think realistically we lose about 2 more games, which will probably put us around that 6th to 8th mark, which is fine. We're going to make finals. we've improved from last year, and you know what, we're not the same team as the premiership years. I'm pretty happy with the Tigers' performance, and what a game. It was the best game of football I've ever seen. So, though we lost, I was very happy with the performance, and I can't wait to see what this team can do. It just showed to me that there's quality in this football side, and that's all you can ask for at the end of the day. Anyway, guys, I'm pretty flat with the loss, but tell me what your thoughts are in the comments, and let's go Tigers.